Hi guys, I'm trying to set this camera up so it won't fall. Alright, so it is Monday. I think it's June 20th, maybe? I think. Excuse me. I told you I was gonna come in here and give you an update of my alternate day fasting journey. And so here I am. So I will start with the cons first and then end with the pros. So the cons, the first thing I noticed is that I got on a scale and I did not lose a pound scale wise. And so I'm not gonna lie to you, I was very disappointed, very upset, very sad. I'm still kind of sad about it because I'm telling you all, last week I was working out, some days twice. I was very active. I did my fast. I fasted 4 days out of the week. Alternate day fasting. Sometimes you do 4 days. Sometimes it falls on 3. This week it'll be 3 days. 3 days I'll be fasting. And so I was just baffled by how can I fast that much, restrict myself, be in a definite calorie deficit, work out as hard as I was working out, and sometimes working out while fasting, which I hear maximizes your fat burning. And I didn't lose anything on the scale. So I was very, very sad about that. But nonetheless, I want to give myself a month, like I said, and do it just to see for sure if it does or doesn't work out for me. You know what I'm saying? Just stick with something no matter the results is what I need to do. Just for so many things in my life, just to break that mode of not being consistent and giving up on myself too early, right? Another con is on my fast days, I found that I was very short tempered and not as kind. I'm not a mean person by nature, but I noticed when I was fasting, I just wasn't in the best mood, or I just had less patience with the children, with my kids. And so I was kind of I don't like that. I know my body needs to adjust to what I'm doing, and mentally and physically, but I was just really going through. But I wanted to be honest and let you know, because I watch a lot of people and they don't really tell you on fast days how it feels. It's hard, you want to eat, and sometimes you're grumpy because of that. I will say that my mornings were a breeze. I started getting grumpy and short tempered around 2-3 o'clock, which is when I'm eating regularly. That time is my slump time anyway. So just imagine being super tired and you not, putting the calories in that you was before you started this, restrictive journey. But cons, I did notice that I slept better when I would fall asleep at night. Number 2, I was less bloated in the morning, and I noticed that when I woke up, my face wouldn't look as bloated. So my body was less bloated, I'll say that. But I'm thinking fasting helps with inflammation inside your body. That kind of goes down, so that would explain it. I have a double chin. I noticed that swelling hasn't been as pronounced when I wake up. I also noticed that I look different in my shirts. Some of my shirts, not dramatic, but I can definitely tell the difference. I also just mentally felt clear and better. I was able to think on those fast days. Fasting, I think, makes you aware, if you're an emotional eater, of how much you grab food to hide emotions. And so with this journey, I have been forced to, think about why I feel the way I feel, or why am I eating and what's triggering it. And that process is kind of hard to face because sometimes we don't want to face our ugly. But I'm just thankful that, in this essence, it didn't take a therapist or a deep talk with someone to just realize that, okay, by fasting, I realize, my trigger could be A, B, or C. So it could be really a therapeutic thing you could do for yourself. So fasting, a pro is not just about losing weight. It can really help you mentally and spiritually, along with physically. That's just something that I noticed just this week. So I'm excited about this week to kind of dive into it. I think one of the things I'm gonna do actually is start journaling my feelings on my fast days, because that would, number one, keep me busy, give me something to do. And number 2, it'll definitely keep me on my track. If I feel like I can't go any longer, just take out my journal, write down my feelings, why am I feeling this way, and actually like write down what I have cravings for to really get the most out of this journey. Another pro is I noticed that my how can I say this? Okay, you are what you eat as women. If you eat a lot of onions, you probably gonna eventually smell like onions or garlic or whatever. I noticed that I smelled cleaner. Not that I was walking around like a funky monster or something like that, but you would have to do it to know what I'm talking about without me getting like too detailed. But I've read a lot of stuff about like women are what they eat, right? Our anatomy is different than men, so you get my drift, right? So I just noticed a difference in like, you know how like you get a new deodorant to make because you like the way it smells, or you try different perfumes. Fasting is like another perfume, if that makes any sense. It like you just smell cleaner, you smell different. Now granted, like I said, I keep up with my hygiene, so it's not like I rock around stinky, but I'm human, I'm a female, haven't been eating the healthiest. I just noticed that there was a difference in my body odor without getting like too much information. But yeah, girl. Fasting is like the next new deodorant. The next new perfume, honey. You don't need that expensive powder. Just give yourself a fast. Give yourself a break, okay? So, yeah. So those are my cons. Pros. Sorry, I did my cons first. So that's my update. Today is a feast day. So what I am doing this week to see if I can get the scale down is I am going to do keto this week. Stay away from all carbs, white foods, which are carbs, starch, and continue to load up on even more water. Also up my steps. I was watching this one lady, she did 10,000 steps a day, so I'm going to try to wear my I have like a weight, not a weight, but like a exercise brace that I can keep my phone on me because I don't have a watch. I need to get a watch, but my phone keeps track of my steps, so I'm going to put that on and see if I can get up to 10,000 no matter what. And then by next Monday, I hope I'll be able to let you guys know, like, hey, I lost some weight in inches. I know I probably lost inches this week, but since I didn't measure, I can't say for sure. I can only say by like how I look at my clothes. But I'm going to take measurements if I can find a tape measure. But for sure, keto on my feast days, lots of water. Definitely stay away from sugar on my feast days. And like I said, carbs. Let's just like vegetable carbs. And working out a little more. I worked out a lot last week, but maybe I just need to up my steps, like walk a little bit more. So we'll see if that change helps week 2 with weight loss. But I'm so sad. I wanted to get on here and be like, girl, I lost 5 pounds, or at least 2. Nothing. So I'm not giving up on myself. I'm not giving up on this. I'm just giving you guys the real and letting you know that sometimes you change, but sometimes change is good for other things, not necessarily where you think the positivity is coming from. So I was looking for a victory on the scale, but I had a victory in other things this week, and for that I am grateful. And to be honest, I can look at myself and tell my body has changed a little bit. So I'm just waiting for it to change a lot. Okay? All right. Love God, love people, and see you next video.